Just a few boneheaded, walking, talking Neanderthals. I can tell you are not wearing a shirt either anymore.
Well, we must sound like idiots. I was about to say it to my roommates, but Caleb's my roommate, and he's probably
Yeah, he's sitting there thinking about it. Like, I wonder, can I do that on my chest too?
Oh man,
Keyboard doesn't count.
that's what his chest sounds like. Keyboard. He's so skinny that it sounds like a mechanical keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
That's his ribs that you're hearing.
just ribs hitting each other.
Uh-huh. When he jumps up and down, that's what happens. That's what happens when you're all skin and bone.
Like, you know, in I don't know, not any specific Halloween movie, you know, when like the skeletons jump up and down and they make the funny noises.
Yeah.
Their bones really hitting each other. That's what happens when Caleb.
Like a marimba.
I don't know what that is.
It's a little instrument. Kind of looks like a piano, sort of. But you play it with the little mallets, you know? Like a xylophone, but big. That's what a marimba is, right? I might be wrong about that.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that. I think I've seen that in, like, memes or something.
Looks like a giant xylophone.
Yeah, okay, I was right.
Pipes.
Good.
Sticking out the bottom.
Oh, man, that makes me... You guys remember the Blue Man Group? Remember when that was big?
I do remember that, yeah.
And they played, like, PVC pipes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I could do that shit. Why are they... All I gotta do is paint myself blue, get some PVC pipes.
Some PVC pipe, paint, and UV lights, and I'm good.
Yeah, man, I could be a bajillionaire like they are.
They look like they did PCP out of a pipe before their performances.
I mean, hey, probably.
Oh, yeah, dude, they were high as a kite. Who else is
Good
like,
God.
how do you come up with that idea if you're not high as a kite? You're like, you know what we should do? We should paint ourselves blue.
No, really. Here.
It's kooky, man. The
Stepping
2000s.
there we go.
2000s
Check
were
this
cool.
shit out. Check
2002.
this shit out.
Well, we can see. I'm watching your stream. They're just staring into our souls.
This is the most normal one out of all of them. He's
Maybe
like
they're
looking
wearing
up at the camera.
contacts. Yeah.
Hell
Maybe-
no.
I don't know. It's freaky shit. I'm getting Norwegian vibes or German. Or
Norwegian?
something. Yeah, they definitely look like they're from some kind of Scandinavian country.
There's a lot of strange music that comes from those countries.
A lot of strange people.
I'm just picturing these guys black. Like these are black people. They're definitely not.
Back at it again with the race, huh?
I think we're gonna have to kick him out soon just to not get banned from
Dude,
YouTube.
imagine if this is what black people looked like if they were painted blue. Because you can definitely tell these are white people. Except for this guy in the end, he's light skinned.
That man, he may be Mexican, maybe.
You can just tell by his lips. Look at it.
You can tell
Look
by
at
the
him.
way he is.
This one's Norwegian. His nose is slightly larger as it comes down. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I think everyone's noses get larger as they come down.
if your nose doesn't, like there is something wrong.
Just Voldemort. You just got a Voldemort nose, just two lines in your
You
face.
did too much coke. That is what happens.
Oh man, what's the comedian? That guy Artie Lang. Look that guy up. He is famous for just doing drugs, and he did so many drugs. And one time he snuffed like glass. Like glass was cut into his drugs, and his nose is permanently fucked up. Yeah, just click on one of the first pictures. That first
Good
picture.
God, yeah, I'm like looking at him like, what is?
Yeah, it looks like his nose got like somebody punched him right in the nose, and it never came back. Like it just like a cartoon. Like you punch somebody in the nose, and caves in.
That's crazy.
That's what drugs will do to you, man. Bad drugs, especially cut with glass, like some gnarly stuff. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
That is pretty awful.
Yeah, but yeah, that
It
guy's
looks
pretty
like he
funny.
got stomped by a mini horse.
Why a mini horse?
Because like a regular horse's hoof print would be much larger than that. It'd be like all over his face. But this one just straight on his nose. It's a mini horse.
It looks like somebody with a peg leg stepped right on his nose. Like
yeah,
a pirate.
but it was like it was like hollow on the inside.
Yeah. Like he definitely kept bruising his peg leg.
Caleb, what are you doing? This is gonna be on the video, by the way.
Oh.
We just added.
Oh, I didn't realize we were live right now.
We're always,
I was just
always-
messing around. I didn't know we were live.
We've been live for 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, let me close this. out.
Oh no.
well, I'm amused because I don't know where you're going with that.
Oh, okay.
You like you're
Just
painting
keep
a
it.
target or something? Like this is where his nose was damaged.
That was supposed to be a clown nose, like those attachable noses. I think it's what he had on, a little attachable nose.
Just
Why
gone
doesn't he get-
wrong.
I just pictured this part of his nose is missing, so he puts that part on every morning.
Like that's what you show to your kids. You're like, never super glue anything to your nose, or you'll look like this. He couldn't
But do
get it
drugs.
off.
Drugs are fine. Drugs are fine.
Do the drugs.
Just don't do the super.
no
don't-
super glue, please.
This is what happens when you huff Sharpies,
Ugh.
kids. All right. And you snort shit. What were those? The candy that everybody fake snorted.
Crap. What are
S-
those
Smarties.
called? Smarties.
Smarties. Yeah. That's what happens when you do Smarties, kids.
Yeah. God, why is he becoming like a demon clown?
Okay, now I'm not as interested. It's just becoming weird.
It's just become like a yearbook thing.
I don't know why he doesn't get it fixed. I think he's pretty famous. Like I'm sure he could afford to get his nose fixed.
I bet it's a really good I mean, he's a comedian, so I bet it's a really good like conversation starter.
Dude, fuck that. I don't give a shit about the conversation
I
starter.
bet
care
that
about my
makes him
nose.
money. I'll bet
I
you
don't-
anything that makes him money.
Dude, I don't know if he can breathe through that shit. It looks like all his airways are closed. Like there's no air getting through that nose.
He breathes through his eye holes.
He breathes through his ears. That guy's definitely a mouth breather. Even before the drugs, he definitely breathed through his mouth.
Yeah, probably. So, how was your weekend?
It was good. Just chilled. The reason I went down there this weekend specifically was there was a alumni brunch that my dad said he was interested in going and asked if I wanted to go, and I was like, free food, and they had mimosas, and I was like, yeah, sure. So he bought the tickets, and then the whole family went Saturday, morning, afternoon-ish time for the brunch, and it was chill. Got some food, got some mimosas. It was a little weird though, because I am an alumni, which is also weird to think about. But now he's just looking up pictures of what the fuck we're talking about.
No, this is the place.
But no, it's definitely. Yeah, I could definitely. I'm the guy in the back.
No, he's bottom. He's in the left, right there, far left. That's Gavin.
The short,
That's how I still
slightly
imagine
chubby
you.
female. Anyway, it was weird because I hadn't been to school in like 3 years, and I was walking around, and I was like, "This is a whole chapter of my life that's over already." It's kind of
Done and gone.
weird. I don't know. It made me feel old.
You're getting old.
I'm getting old.
Getting there.
Kind of sucks, man. I couldn't believe a whole chapter of my life was already over that wasn't childhood.
Yeah.
Like I think everybody goes like, "Oh, childhood's over." All right, like your childhood, teenage years. When you get to be an adult, you're like, all right, that's that's a chapter. Close the book,
I'm not done.
move on. But I couldn't believe a whole adult chapter of my life was already over.
I'm still not finished with the child phase.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
still.
just childing it up.
I don't know what child is married. I think that's illegal.
Have you heard of Iraq?
Yeah, and I definitely do not agree with with their policies.
Not in
Okay.
like 100 BC.
Dude, you can
Seriously?
you could just stone your wife if she doesn't.
Have you read the
You know,
Bible?
I mean, the life
ham.
expectancy back then was what 20.
No, he
ish
means
Low.
years.
Iraq today.
Low.
He means that shit today, dude.
I do mean today, but
He doesn't mean.
I
it
guess
was
well,
low.
life expectancy never changed over there.
I'm sure it did.
What? Just like everyone's dying of dysentery in
Explosions.
the 20s. Like,
Dysentery?
No explosions.
no, I mean, there's.
Yeah, you
age
get Gavin. You get to a certain age, and you're just strapped up. There you go. Get out in that world, and for Allah,
They're like, for Allah Akbar, you must strap on that bomb suit and
God,
run.
I would be having a deep philosophical discussion with the guy that hands me the bomb vest. I'm like, bro, I get what we're trying to do, right? I just don't think this is very practical.
I'm just not sure that this is the way.
Is this? Okay, we need to cut his stream off. Cut his stream off.
Wait, what? We can't show this?
I don't want to get kicked off YouTube just so we can fucking show some bomb vest shit.
What's wrong with bomb vests?
That's true. You should probably not.
Cut
do
the
that.
cut the stream. Cut the stream.
Okay.
Cut your stream. You don't get any more streaming privileges.
Why is that Matt?
You can't tell me that doesn't look like Matt.
It doesn't
No,
look
it
like
doesn't.
Matt.
None of those people look like any of us.
Matt looks like the far left.
No, that's Thomas.
That does kind of look like Thomas.
Why'd you draw Dad?
Greg Sheely.
That is not Greg.
That
Matt
looks like your dad.
Anderson.
That guy looks like your dad.
This one's Kevin.
I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it.
Dude, they all look like Thomas. The
They,
ones with
a
Thomas
lot of
too.
them look like Thomas.
This one looks like Jake.
It kind of does.
Yeah, I see that too. Kind of got the
I
same.
really don't see
head
me
shape.
anywhere.
Okay, can we cut the stream?
No, I'm not cutting this.
That's what I said. I said I would just end my
Yeah,
stream,
no.
but y'all are like,
I like this.
"No,
I like
keep it
Caleb
on.
pulling up these
It adds
pictures.
No, I do too, but he's lost his
Maybe
privilege.
not pictures of bomb vests.
Okay,
Next
no
thing
bomb
you know, we're
vests.
gonna see like limbless people. Like, actual,
No.
Just some real dark stuff.
yeah. Oh man, Yeah, I forgot what the hell I was talking about. But
You were talking about your weekend. You went and drank mimosas.
oh yeah, the alumni.
You went
thing.
to an alumni meeting and drank mimosas.
Yeah, it was weird because most of the people there were older,
Uh-huh.
and
Look,
I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
anybody
lie.
thought
I
it was
wouldn't have
illegal.
pegged you as the kind of person to go back to an alumni meeting and drink mimosas.
well, honestly, we were just there for food and they had candied bacon and shit. And
I'm not a sweet meat guy.
really,
Yeah, really.
Me neither.
Like honey
I
ham,
like.
not a fan.
Mm-mm.
Oh wow,
Yeah, definitely not.
you two should just get fucking married. Every opinion you have is the same.
Who wants to eat sweet meat?
It's delicious. Candied bacon, honey ham, all that maple
Oh,
flavored any
no,
meat is the
no.
bomb.com.
Like I hate it when my maple syrup gets on my little breakfast sausages. You know what I'm talking about? I
Oh,
hate that.
yes.
I
absolutely.
hate that. Or my eggs. Oh my gosh.
Okay, not the eggs.
No
Not the
eggs.
I'm not a
I like
psycho.
eggs. I
With
like
syrup?
eggs with with syrup on
Oh
them.
no.
That's not bad.
That's a
But meat
texture.
with-
That's a texture.
Sugar on it? I don't know.
Nah. I mean, like, it's bearable.
You've never had a honey baked ham that you liked?
I mean, it's fine, I
It's normal.
guess. But I
It's
would
like,
not
okay.
pick it. Never
It's
would
not
I
my
pick
kinda
it.
thing.
You
I'd
picked
never
that
look
over.
at a menu and be like, yeah, I want this honeyed ham.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't order that.
Oh, fuck! Who's going to a restaurant and ordering honey ham? What kind
That's
of
an
fucking
example.
It's a dumb fucking example, dude.
Why?
I'm just saying, like,
I'm not-
okay. At Thanksgiving, right?
Uh-huh.
There's two hams. There's
Yeah.
a honey baked ham, and then there's a regular ham. Which ham are you going for?
Regular.
Regular ham,
Weird. All right,
hands
man.
down. Like potlucks going on, they're like, bring a dish. In my mind, the first thing that doesn't go off is I'm gonna make a honey ham for 20 people.
Now,
That's the worst
here's
fucking
what
example.
Here's
Why
what I
would
will
you-
say. Here's what I will say. I show up.
Why is that
I,
ham the only
I
thing
show
that
up to a
comes-
potluck and I look over this vast, sea of foods and none of it's meat except for that honey ham. I'm going for that honey ham.
Strange. I love it. My favorite is a honey baked ham with a Hawaiian roll.
Mm.
Like a couple slices of the ham and a Hawaiian roll is the best after
It's
Christmas
fine.
or Thanksgiving.
I always
fine.
love when the woman named Tammy brings green bean casserole.
Oh fuck that!
There's always
dude.
one.
Fuck the green bean casserole.
Nah,
You
green
don't
bean
like green bean
casserole's not
casserole?
bad.
No, dude,
Yeah.
it's a texture. I'm a big texture guy. Not necessarily like bad flavors. I'm just like the textures can't be.
Hmm.
I can't have
Hmm.
vastly different textures within the same bite.
Weird. What about vastly different temperatures?
No, that's right.
All right, look. Sometimes those like little chimichangas you can put in the microwave or whatever.
Mhm.
I'd get those, and I found the right time, like amount of time to keep it in the microwave, so that it was like still like kind of really cold on the inside but hot on the outside.
Why are you just googling chimichangas? We all know what chimichangas are.
I don't know what a chimichanga looks like. I know it's like a burrito with meat in it, right?
You've gone to Chewy's like 20 times.
I don't get
chimichangas are
chimichangas
great.
at Chewy's.
Never mind. Anyways, no, that's definitely the best though when you can figure out your cooking. Like if you have a go-to frozen dinner thing,
Yeah.
you figure out the formula to make it perfectly the way you want it. But it is weird that you want it cold. I wouldn't want it cold.
No, I not always, but sometimes it'd be like, you know what? I want it almost frozen in the center, because it would make it more flavorful and more juicy.
This whole video is just gonna be Caleb googling shit.
You guys remember the Hungry Man boxes?
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't get hungry, man. I remember Kid Cuisine. You remember that shit?
Ooh, I do.
Kid Cuisine was
Except
the
I
bomb.
remember the chocolate tasted funky.
Oh,
and
dude,
the
it was
kids were seeing
funky.
stuff. It was like,
You remember the sprinkles? You could get sprinkles, and you put the sprinkles.
yeah, I do. I don't even know how to spell it. Like,
Like, this shit is off, but I'm still
Cuisine.
gonna eat it because I'm 8 or whatever.
Oh no! Just look at the chocolate.
I never
Oh,
got
God.
those.
I
Those
remember
were-
it wasn't that one. There it is. Here it is. Let me see if I can get a big picture of that.
Oh, the
man.
corn. I remember my corn and my pudding would mix, and I'd be like, I still gotta eat it. Pudding. Oh, God. That and Lunchables were the mainstay of elementary school, I think.
I never really got those.
No?
Mm-mm.
Like, as a choice, or like you just, that wasn't available to you?
It wasn't something my mother ever bought me. My mother.
Your mother loved you more than us. I've never said this. Because I'm pretty sure if anything in this whole world is going to give me cancer that I've eaten, it's probably Kid Cuisine.
But it's probably the Dino Nuggets that it came with, or whatever
Golly.
these nuggets.
No,
are
dude, it's
made
that
out of.
straight up that pudding and that corn.
Oh,
mixture.
dude, the pudding. I remember. It's like Jello. You
It's
could
so
literally
bad.
smack
It's got
it
a
and it would just
cookie
wobble.
spoon.
It's so
Yeah.
bad. We didn't get that shit. I don't remember the cookie spoon.
It's new.
That must be new.
It's the All-Star package.
Pudding with cookies.
Golly, dude, that shit in the Lunchables. The Lunchable pizzas where I wouldn't cook them. You just eat them as is, like elementary school. So wait, what did you eat in elementary school if you didn't eat Kids Cuisine and all this shit?
I mean, at school, just school lunches.
Well, like like a weekend lunch or something.
Chimichangas.
Oh,
Jake at
I
5.
remember
Can I have
elementary
a
school.
cold chimichanga,
Oh
please?
no! At 5,
remember
I
these?
don't know what I would eat. It wasn't Lunchables.
I remember little burgers like this in elementary school.
No.
Like
That's-
really, really small bite-sized burgers.
Look up Lunchables.
Lunchables.
Lunchables, pizza and nachos.
Like I don't remember what I would have eaten for snacks. Maybe I just didn't eat snacks very often. You
Those
know
are
what?
two separate things.
You know what
but
I
I'm
would
looking
do is when my mom was like gone or something, it was just my dad home fending for us.
Yeah.
We would just eat green beans out of a can, and we would put salt and pepper in it.
That's awesome.
It sounds like your dad.
That sounds
Yeah.
great.
You're like, go get yourself some green beans. Okay.
So wait, you couldn't have like sugary cereal? Is it that strict?
Oh no,
or
we
what?
had sugary cereals.
Okay. Because
did.
I like, my mom told me that when she was growing up, she could have like sugary cereals and shit because her grandpa, or not her grandpa, my grandpa, her dad was cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
But when she went over to her uncle's house, so my grandpa's brother, there was no sugary cereal to be found. Like that family, like no sugary cereal, like none of that bad. Like they weren't having Lunchables.
I will say, I lied. We really weren't really allowed to have sugary cereals. We were allowed to have mini wheats, and I had the chocolate mini wheats. I still think those are great. So I didn't really want sugary cereals. If you consider chocolate mini wheats a sugary cereal, then we did. But
Oh, dude, I was eating Cocoa Puffs and
I
fucking
wasn't.
Fruity Pebbles was the bomb. That was my favorite. Was Fruity
no,
Pebbles.
we couldn't have those.
My favorite to this day has to be Golden Grams. I can only
Till we
have
were
like
older.
a bowl of it, but because it's a lot of sugar. But my
this is
second
just sugar.
go-to is Cheerios, not the Honey Nut Cheerios, the plain Cheerios, and then you put sugar in it.
Sugar. I used to do that.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah. And I would
The
just have
sugar
like a
sits at the
mound of
bottom.
sugar at the bottom.
Yeah, you just break it with your spoon and eat
It's
it.
so gross. I didn't do that.
It's so good.
Oh no,
Oh.
that's gross.
Oh. This is gonna okay. So remember my texture thing? That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do cereal with milk. I just do it dry.
What?
It's the texture thing. I don't like the sogginess of the
Interesting.
cereal with
So
milk.
would you eat milk and oysters?
Would I eat milk with
What?
oysters?
Yeah, I mean, because like texture wise, they're not far from each other.
Like, could I slip an oyster and then have a glass of milk with me, or like
I mean, like,
pouring
what-
milk and oysters? Because that's just not a
Pouring milk and
actual
oysters.
thing.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
See, that's not
I
unrealistic.
mean,
pairings are in the-
you're saying it's a texture thing, and I'm saying like they're not that far apart. So could you see that being a thing that you?
I'm
you
trying
do
to
and
say
might like?
texture. Texture controls what I don't like. It doesn't control what I like.
What
See,
controls what you like?
Just flavor. My
Oh.
personal tendencies. Like I love oysters.
So then
I
that
love
means
milk.
flavor also dictates what you do and don't like.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is there's not a lot of things I don't like the taste of. There's a lot of things I don't like the texture of.
Gotcha. So there's a majority of things cut out because of texture,
Right, exactly.
specifically
See-
comboed things.
I'm not sure what it is because I really don't like the soupy, gooey stuff. But for cereals, I'm trying to think of what's a really thin, small cereal. Fruity Pebbles, for
Kellogg's.
instance. Kellogg's, Fruity Pebbles. You let it sit in the cereal, and then you can clump it up on the roof of your mouth because it's like super soggy,
What?
and you can just keep like condensing it and condensing it and condensing it. You know,
You some
but it's
sort
like
of
a super
rodent?
weird, chewy texture to it. But it doesn't bother me. Like clams or oysters. What did we have that one day?
Oysters.
Oysters, man. I think I had 2 of them. One of them I didn't have hot sauce on it, and I chewed it for way too long.
I love to chew.
And then the second one I had with hot sauce, and I just swallowed it after
love
like
it.
one bite, which
I love
wasn't
it
that
with
bad.
lemon. That's all I put on it. Like I'll
Lemon.
smoke them and put lemons on them, and that's the bomb.
My
Or-
favorite is Creole and butter.
That's
my
good too.
favorite.
Or I'll
Rockefeller.
put cheese and bacon bits on top. Oh,
Oh damn, go
Oh.
fancy.
it's crazy.
I just love oysters. See, that's the thing. I think most people go off of oysters because of texture, but I love the texture and the flavor of oysters, so it's not a.
I'm not gonna say I
Interesting.
love the texture. I'm down for the texture and I love the flavor.
I just love oysters.
Yeah.
But-
Like this
You know my
love oyster
favorite
ones.
part of the
is a
oyster
no-go.
is the piece that like keeps the shell closed. You know?
Oh yeah,
and
it's
you have to
super
like
tender.
scrape it off. It's super chewy.
Right.
And I'll just sit there and
Huh.
chew on that. And like suck all that flavor out of it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the salty brininess of oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb,
If it looks like this, I'll eat it.
do you remember that
Yeah.
time that I think it was me, you, and Kyle maybe? We went to like a dollar store and for some reason we got canned clams. And we opened it up
Canned
in your
clams.
Yeah, and we opened it up in your car and spilled it in your car on accident.
What?
And
Are you sure this wasn't a dream?
No, this was you, and you couldn't get that smell out, bro. It was the black convertible.
Yeah, I don't remember us buying canned
It was in that
clams.
it was that like Dollar General or whatever in the same area where there is
Was Kyle the only one who would eat it?
no, I don't think I think like we tried it, but it smelled so bad.
Hmm.
But
No,
yeah.
definitely not a core memory there.
It was,
Canned
I mean,
clams.
it's next to like some sort of fast food place, and it's in the same parking lot as that, like Whole Foods. What is that place called? It's like a Whole Foods or something.
Oh, you're talking about next to Jason's Deli and
Yes.
Panjo's Pizza.
I don't know
what's
about the
that
pizza
place?
place.
Sprouts.
Sprouts. That's
called.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a Dollar Tree or Dollar General on the
Yeah.
corner.
I was actually just in that parking lot today.
Hmm.
Got Dollar Queen, Dairy Queen.
Go get yourself some canned clams.
That looks like something you'd eat in Tarkov.
Canned clams. I bet they're in
Yeah.
Tarkov. I bet they are.
Yeah, I bet there's a Russian.
Yeah.
You know what's not bad though? That comes in can is
Sardines.
sardines.
Mm,
I don't hate those.
Interesting.
Oh, I love lemon and oil, like vegetable oil sardines. Those are awesome, especially on crackers. You want to talk about a
Wait.
good snack, filling snack?
Vegetable oils or olive oil?
Oh, olive oil? Question mark. I have some in my pantry. I can go get them if you want. I'll go look.
It's probably olive oil.
Yeah, probably.
Although actually, if it's used as a preservative, it might be. I don't know.
I don't
talking,
think
I'm
I've
gonna go
ever
look.
had canned sardines. What do you do? Just kind of peel away the skin and eat the inside?
No, you just eat them.
Oh, you just eat them whole?
Yep.
Bones and everything.
Yep.
Interesting.
I like them in addition to things for the most part, like on a pizza or like on a torta or something.
They're pre-cooked or are they just raw?
I think they're flash cooked, but I could be wrong.
I'm looking at sardines. Look like they're heavily seasoned or something.
Well, yeah, any small fish like that's probably gonna be.
All right. So the ingredients, sorry,
Mm.
are extra virgin olive oil,
Yeah, okay.
spirit vinegar, salt, lemon flavor, and smoke flavor.
See, I can see eating them with a lot of salt. That seems pretty good.
I think no, they don't salt them. Like the Eskimos or Inuits would just eat them frozen or something. Like maybe it's herring that they do that with, or they'll soak it in seal fat while it's frozen, something like that.
Ooh, that sounds good.
See, small fish frozen sounds really good. Just like swallow them, like a bunch of really small fish.
That doesn't sound good to me.
Yeah, that sounds better than oysters. Are you a psychopath?
Oh, try
Like
it.
these guys, I just like swallow like 10 or 20 of them. Who knows?
I did that
Did you
once.
eat your goldfish when you were a kid?
I caught a little fish that looked like those in a pond once with my hand and swallowed it. I felt sick later.
Oh man.
Probably because it swam up your fucking intestine.
Yeah.
What is this new invite? No, I think like smoked or like I said on something. Like I
Still
think
there
on
today.
the first thing that comes to my mind that would be delicious would be on like Italian bread and
Sardines?
with a little bit of sauce,
Ooh.
olive oil, a little bit of jalapenos.
Jalapenos
Oh.
and sardines.
I'm not a fan of jalapenos.
You're not a fan of.
There's
like,
quite a lot of things, but
I
what's
like
the name of
dry
it?
vegetables. I don't like juice like this. I'll eat dried jalapenos on a sandwich or a burger. But if it's all cooked and juicy, no. That's not me.
See, everybody's got a weird thing.
Like, I love dry, just straight up broccoli, cauliflower, mushrooms. But once you cook it and
You don't
put a
like-
lot of juices in it, man, that's just
you don't like cooked mushrooms?
no,
Like sauteed
not
mushrooms?
good. No, yeah, definitely not.
Oh, those are super good. Oh, Cajun seasoning? Because I put Cajun
Ugh.
seasoning on everything.
Those are my fave. You know what I like to do is I make blackened chicken breasts.
Mm-hmm.
After I cook the chicken breast, throw the mushrooms right into the pan without cleaning any of the spices and rubs off. It just soaks up that flavor.
Bro, I did something similar this weekend. So I cooked a hunk of backstrap and, seasoned it. And I put some, like Worcester sauce or Worcestershire or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Put some of that on there too. Just kind of let it like caramelize on the bottom while the steak was cooking. And then I made some macaroni and cheese. And I took the steak out and just dumped everything in that pan and that macaroni and cheese and stirred it all around. It's pretty damn good.
Sounds good. I'm definitely stepping my cooking game up lately. Ooh, Caleb, look up pork chop mushroom or pork chop creamy mushrooms.
You said creamy mushrooms?
Cream
Yeah.
of.
Doesn't matter. Just do it. Yeah, the second photo. That's the exact recipe I followed, and it came out just like that. I made that one night for dinner for everybody.
Looks pretty good.
Fucking
That does look
beast.
crazy juicy.
The sauce that like I don't know. Mushrooms just absorb everything. They're so delicious, but one of my favorite vegetables, along with asparagus, which is now
I love
Very
asparagus. It is definitely one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
grilled asparagus.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Grilled, pickled. You put asparagus on anything and I'll eat it.
Little grilled asparagus with lemon and Tony Kashers on it.
Tony, what?
Kashers, not. I don't. It's just. Y'all say sachet or whatever, but
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What?
It's like Creole.
it's just a seasoning.
Oh.
It's really good on lots of fish redfish.
Oh man, dude,
Flounder.
nothing is better to me than catching a fresh like that day. I went out that afternoon, caught a red drum or a trout. You know, obviously I have a preference, but like caught one of those, fillet them, skin on preparation, throw those bitches on the grill, butter,
On the
Creole.
half shell, he says.
Oh, nothing better. You know how many times when you first moved away, your brother and I would go fishing like every Sunday or Saturday. We'd go fishing like every weekend basically. And
Mm-hmm.
we would go to this one spot, and we took Kyle a couple times with us. And that spot produced every time. We both catch at least a drum and a trout, keepers. Got a pretty
Yeah.
good sized trout there one time. I think it was like my number 2 all time size trout.
Hmm.
Anyway, but those meals because we would, you know, on the half shell that day, once we got back from fishing,
Mm-hmm.
onto the grill, Creole butter. And then I remember Kyle one time went to Whataburger and got like 3 orders of fries so we could have fish and chips. Oh man, that whew,
Oh
whew.
man,
That does sound
I
really
remember
good.
being severely jealous because I would get Snapchats of all these fish.
No, that was awesome. I was in the boat. Yeah, that was cool. And then my dad sold the boat and couldn't do that anymore. But
Mm. Bummer.
yeah, it
Matt's
was a
Matt's a fishing fiend now, though.
I know he's a
like,
wild
he-
man.
if-
He lives
yeah, I
in
was
the
about to
wild.
say, he
If
is
he
a
wants redfish, he's gonna
wilderness
go out and
person.
catch a limit of redfish.
with his hand.
Yeah.
He's done that before.
I believe it.
Yeah. The man
He's
is a fiend.
He's a wild man now. But yeah, man. You know, I love just going out to the rig, shoot a couple of spadefish, do the same
Oh,
preparation
bro.
I just said. Oh man, you can't.
I never left him on the half shell, but
Oh, half shell. I'm sure you did with us.
mm-mm.
On numerous occasions, we would go fishing, and then on the way back, grab a couple of spades for on the grill as soon as we got back. Just throw them on while we're cleaning up and cleaning the other fish. Just throw the couple spade fillets on the grill.
I don't remember being on the half shell. I remember, like flaying them out and throwing them on the grill. Because I remember one time there's like little white worms in them or something. And we still ate it.
Well, ain't
It was
dead.
it was those really big ones that we shot. I still have pictures of it.
Those big ones definitely are not.
Those were plates.
That's just true of any fish, to be honest. Though any fish
Yeah.
species that gets real large,
Well,
larger
I mean,
the fish.
they're pretty low on the food chain, though. I would think.
Spadefish or
Spadefish.
large
yeah.
fish?
Spadefish.
Yeah, spadefish.
So
Well, for just based on sheer volume at those rigs,
yeah.
I've seen the amount of spadefish I've seen with my own eyes in one location leads me to believe it's not a, apex predator. So,
You seen the new season of Meat Eater?
no, I haven't. I've been
Bro,
busy. I haven't watched anything lately.
They have a spearfishing episode in Hawaii.
Ooh,
See, okay,
that
this
sounds
is
wild.
this is the whole problem and thing I love and also hate about Meat Eater. And this
I
is the
know.
reason
I know.
why- Because I try to get my dad to watch them sometimes, and he's like, "I just don't want to watch." It makes me want to do it, and it makes me sad that I'm not doing it
Oh,
at this very second.
That is
Like,
not what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, what did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were gonna say like it's showing all these people like this lifestyle that we like,
Oh, no,
kind
no.
of live, and it's making more people out there do it, and it's like a great thing and a terrible thing all at the same time.
Yeah, I thought that's where you were coming from.
Okay,
towards what
That's definitely
Jake was
another
saying.
point, though. Like because I saw on like Instagram or something that they teased the spearfishing episode,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Fuck!" Another thing they're exposing everybody to. Like, I don't want that to get any bigger. But I completely 100% agree with what you're saying. But the biggest thing is maybe not the bigger, maybe they're equal. It's just when I'm watching, I'm like, I'm sad that I can't be doing that right now. I don't want to watch. This is one of the reasons I deleted my Instagram and unfollowed a bunch of people and all that shit because I was constantly seeing like, look at this trophy buck, look at this trophy fish I shot, like all this shit. I'm like, I wish I was doing that. I don't want to just constantly see it, So anyway,
Yeah.
but I think your point's definitely valid for me.
The whole thing with social media too, like you were saying, keeping up with other people. That's one reason why I'm never on Facebook or Instagram. I don't want to look at what other people are doing. Yeah, it's cool to like keep in touch and whatever, but I don't want every day of my life looking at other people's lives. You know what I mean?
That doesn't bother me at all. Like I'll hop on
that
real
bothers me
quick
a
or
lot.
whatever. Like we're driving to a job site, sitting there in the truck, hop on Facebook, look, see what people are doing. It doesn't
See,
bother
I
me.
could not care less about what anyone's doing.
I don't think I care that much. Like it's just interesting to me, like to see where these people, like, you know, people I haven't seen in 10 years from high school, like where are they in their life? It's interesting to me.
See, those are like conversations I'd love to have with the person when I see them.
Yeah, I wouldn't
like,
care.
"Yo,
I wouldn't
check
have a
this
care in the
out."
world to talk to them.
Check this out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
That'd be
But
awesome.
I think the difference here is like I could do that as a one-time exposure thing. Like, oh, I wonder what this guy's up to. Let me, just check it out, right?
Mhm.
Versus the everyday exposure to all these fucking people's lives that I just, as I've gotten older, I've just cared less and less about that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, same.
like, I deleted all my pictures on Instagram, and then I just deleted my Instagram. Or I didn't delete the Instagram account just in case I need it for like some other kind of thing. But I just deleted the app because I was tired of it. So I don't know, but that feeds into my kind of pushing off the meat eater a little bit.
Every once in a while, like a birthday or something will pop up on Snapchat, says, "Hey, today is someone's birthday," so I'll check out their feed on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And that's how I found out Josh got married. I was like, "Oh, Josh got married. That's awesome."
Yeah. That's the most like important thing about Facebook is it reminds me about people's birthdays that I just wouldn't remember.
Yeah, same.
Like,
Never
oh,
had
my
a
wife's birthday's tomorrow? Oh, Jesus.
More like, oh, my mother-in-law's birthday's tomorrow. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I never
have
got
that
I never got Facebook or
5-hour
Twitter.
conversation.
You never
Well,
got what?
I never got Facebook or Twitter. I only ever had Instagram and Snapchat, and I deleted Instagram. So
I have Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. Yeah. But I had Facebook very, very first. Had that for like a long time. But I don't like I made one originally like when I was pretty young, and it got deleted because I didn't use it.
that's funny. I don't know. I feel like all the information about people I actually care about will get fed to me through the grapevine.
Yeah,
Won't have to go in search of it.
I don't have Facebook specifically for people I care about. Like, it's just to pass time mostly.
Right. No, yeah, I'm not judging you because you have Facebook. I'm just like me personally.
Oh no, just saying.
I don't know.
Explaining.
It's weird. It's
Huh.
also weird how many people like live their lives through
Obsessed
social
with
media.
it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like influencers. The fact that that's the word that describes them is insane to me. But
Well, the reason they're influencers is because it is a thing, you know, like people are watching them.
it's got to be
It's
children,
just
right?
wild.
It's got to be the
No, it's
majority.
grown
No,
people.
it's grown.
Fucking
Yeah,
children.
like normal.
People
Like
our
our
age,
age?
Gavin, like
How are they-
20-year-olds, 30-year-olds saying, "Oh,
Mhm.
look at what this influencer is doing. I want my lifestyle to be like this
Oh,
influencer."
some of the most active people I know
It's
on like
insane.
Facebook are twice my age. Not twice my
Yeah.
age. They're 10 years older than I am.
It's fucking weird, man. Are you that influenceable at our age? Like, I can't imagine one person on the internet saying like I should do something and me going, yeah, I should follow his life
There's-
pattern. You know?
There's way too many splits, is what it is. So you have like people that are super successful and they post things on Instagram just to share it to the world. People are like, "Wow, you're doing really cool stuff. Let me keep up with you." And then you have a person like this familiar face I've seen, but I don't know what their name is. They say, "Oh, this person represents my lifestyle. I'm going to support them."
Hmm.
I just
was this Ray Charles, I think is his name.
Ray Charles is that
That's the
blind
piano
black
player.
singer.
Oh, what's the what's his name?
Ray
Watch this.
Charles, social media
Um,
influencer.
Can you imagine?
I'm gonna pull this off screen.
Dude, I'm
just-
imagining Ray Charles posting funny memes about him being blind. He's like, I can see your future's so bright, and then it's like a picture of him like smiling and shit. That's what I imagine he would post. Funny memes about him being blind.
Ray Charles, meme lord.
Yep, that'd be the best one if somebody like that. Like, obviously not him because he's dead, but
I'm glad I pulled that off screen.
somebody of that caliber doing self-aware memes, that'd be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Although I probably would never be able to see it because I don't have social media. Either way. I don't know. It's just weird. I just don't buy into anyone other than me, myself, that much. You know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I don't watch a whole lot of streamers as well. I just don't.
Mm, I said yeah, but I've been listening to like Meat Eater podcasts a lot, you know, and I listen to them like, yeah, that makes sense. That
Well, I
makes
don't know if I
sense.
listen to the because I also listen to I listen to podcasts, but I don't think I listen to podcasts for to find my identity through somebody else.
No,
Like I find
no.
the
See, that's
information, stories, that kind of shit.
But I
that's
think it
interesting.
inadvertently may shape at least my identity a little bit.
Shapes my opinions, maybe.
Yeah, and your opinion is part of your identity.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I
So.
just I feel like there's a line, and I definitely think I'm on the other side of it, but it is a little. It gets a little blurry when you talk about anything, any outside factor that influences your life or influences who you are as a person. You could say is equally as important to me as is some fucking random influencer is to some random guy. I have no idea.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying though? Like, should we judge them because they're influenced by these fucking losers?
If it's
I
dumb,
think so.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. But then you have to go back and look at what influenced you. And do you think those are actual, genuine?
I don't know. We'll see. At the end of the day, we're all gonna drink the Kool-Aid, and whoever doesn't fall over, hey.
I missed the memo about drinking.
You don't
this
drinking the
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
yeah, I was supposed to say you know about that, right?
Yeah.
No, I know the story. I just don't know
Oh.
what he's referring to.
I just mean like drinking the Kool-Aid is following your outside influences.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
Doing what everyone else is doing, right?
if I follow my outside influences and Charles follows his and he falls over dead, drink the Kool-Aid.
I mean, all the gay people are gonna fade out eventually.
What?
Reproduce. So
Gay people are gonna fall out. What does that even?
gay people can't reproduce, so you think they're gonna last forever?
Well, how do you think they?
Why do you think? How do you think they got here?
Oh, they'll
Yeah.
go extinct. Trust me.
Extinction is usually followed by a steep decline in population. So you think there was more?
Dude,
Gay
I
back in the day?
guarantee you right now. So I'd say there's like genuinely gay people out there, but now there's more brainwashed gay people. You see those mothers that are raising their kids, they're
Okay,
like, my
wait.
baby's gay.
I think you have
And
a
then the
point.
kid grows up and he's like, I'm gay. It's because of how he was raised. There's like
Yeah.
people aren't born to just think how they want to think anymore. Everyone's being apologetic, and then they're given mercy, and then mercy leads to just a weak body mentality, and then you get released to the real world and people don't share that same mercy like your parents did, and now you have a bunch of weaklings walking around that don't know how to be social towards each other.
Can you talk about something?
Oh, no, I'm just talking about society.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Hey,
just-
to be honest though, I feel like even if that happened, the moment a dick touched my lips, I'd be like, "This is not, this is not the move, man. You can't brainwash me enough to want to suck cock."
You reminded me of the movie scene.
I don't know. That you got people in bomb vests
Oh,
blowing themselves up.
What's the Will Ferrell
true, that's
and
Oh, you're talking about Get Hard.
Get Hard? Yes.
I remember that because the giant fake. No, we can't show this, Caleb.
No. I can type Get Hard and it's just the movie. I probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but why did you? Why do you want to look up Get Hard? It's obviously to reference a specific scene involving sucking cock.
Yeah, but there we go. We can just pull up this and then it's like boom.
Anyways, I just don't. It's hard to judge from the outside, looking in. Like what does brainwashing actually do to a person?
It's
Like how
because
brainwashed
how
are you?
you're raised. Is that what brainwashing is?
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit.
Or is that a lifestyle?
Just like
Same
it's
thing.
hard for me to imagine in this day and age that you would only ever get exposed to what your parents influence you with. Like
I think
it's-
early
okay,
on in life, like that's the
Yeah.
primary.
But what are you
influence.
actually going to do early on in life? You're not going to have anything with actual consequences.
Well, it doesn't matter because those are like key developmental years to shape your opinion on things, and obviously
So,
your
okay,
opinion
okay.
will grow and expand. But that's like the foundation of your opinion a lot of times. And
So let's say 1 through 12. 1 through 12, your parents tell you you're gay, and you know you don't actually know if you are, but your parents are treating you like you're gay, right?
Right.
Telling you
Mhm.
you're gay, all that shit, and then you get exposed to more of the outside world now because you're older, you've got access to the internet, go to school, and all that shit. You still think because of the 1 through 12 developmental years, no outside influence can then come in and break that stigma you have?
No, I think it could break that stigma. I don't know if it will or won't.
Do you think it's more likely or less likely to happen because of
If you were to
it
take
being
two identical children and you had one
I
raised in
I
that household that you described and one raised in, I
I
don't know,
already
we'll
already
say
have
we'll
an
say a
answer.
stern Christian family, then you're gonna have a more of a chance for that child to be gay in the gay family or gay positive family, whatever you want to call it, just because they have that influence.
why'd you pull
So
up a picture of a
I've
mixed family?
I've always had this answer. Okay, sorry.
What
It just I don't know. I just pulled up a
It's like
family
a
picture.
Hallmark. Look, the doctor's telling them like, "I'm
Your
sorry,
son's
man.
gay.
Your son's
And look at the kid, he's looking like, yeah, I told you.
This is what happens when whites and
Yeah.
blacks mix. You
Kevin,
end up with
stop.
gay babies." What is happening?
Speech bubble, I'm gay.
Dude, have you heard the theory that we're all going to be like beige colored people in the next 100 years or something?
Yeah,
Like there's not going to be distinct races.
yeah, I've heard that.
Interesting.
Interesting thought.
I think it's gonna take more than 100 years, but it's possible.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I just pulled that out of here. It's just weird because races seem to segregate themselves from each other. They don't mix a whole lot, but it's happening more and more frequently, obviously, as it becomes less stigmatized. But
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's
just
just
a
interesting.
visual. It's easy to separate.
Something you said earlier, Gavin, about little Timmy here, right? I've
Please don't draw
always
a diagram with the black kid.
no,
It's not going to go well.
I'm not sorry. This was just going through my head. Timmy here, right? He's raised. You said 1 through 12, right? And
Yeah.
he's bred to believe that he's gay
This is
or
not.
whatever,
I
right?
really don't think the streaming thing is the way to go.
I'm loving this.
Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
So Timmy's gay
Okay.
because he was told he was gay, right? Grows up,
Sure.
and Jake said, "Do you think any outside influence could make Timmy
Gavin
not
said
be
that.
gay?" Right?
Mm.
What are you saying? So I've always believed it's how you've trained your brain. I don't know how to describe it. It's how you want to perceive things, like how you've taught yourself, like, is this right? Is this wrong? Like,
You
who
haven't
am
taught.
I?
The point is you haven't taught yourself. Your parents. are
Yeah,
teaching.
some people just grow up. I'm telling you, dude, they're just like a flickering light bulb. It's never on, it's never off. They're just kind of living it out. It's like they're computers just walking around. Like no character behind the face. And those people will stay gay forever if they believe it. If they grew up 1 through 12 and they're like, yeah, I'm gay, whatever.
I don't know how to respond to this.
I don't know how accurate this is. I don't like. I think with some things in life, people do just form an opinion, maybe early on in life, and then just go through life without ever changing it. But I think your sexuality is much harder to just fucking put that on the back burner. Like
I think people don't know how to not be things. They're like, I'm this, okay. Yes, I need this personality because I don't know who I am.
It's my
I've always been
identity, you
told
think?
I've been told this my entire life. This is who I am. This is impossible to break.
It's an interesting theory.
yeah, I guess I don't know. It's just I've never been told my whole life that was one thing. So I don't know how to. I was never told I had to be this. You could be whatever. Do that. You do this. You be that. You be that. Like it was never like you are a mixed black gay baby named Larian, and you have to do this.
True.
So maybe if I was, I'd have a different opinion. It's just I don't know. Everyone's from their own frame of mind. Like it's hard for me to put anything on the back burner that results in my direct
Life
actions,
decisions.
especially interactions with others. Like I could put some menial like opinion I have about some random shit in the back of my head and not ever hear about it. But something as deep as that, I definitely would be constantly questioning or wondering, right, if I was in that scenario, if that's true or not.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Why does he keep moving their faces when he draws?
Oh,
I don't
Jesus,
know.
Caleb.
I mean, I want to die. Oh my god. See, I told you we can't let him have the blackboard.
Maybe we should, like, give this role to Thomas.
I don't even know if Thomas is ever going to join the podcast, to be honest.
My headphones
Yeah,
came
growing up,
unplugged.
my parents were never like yes, no. They were just like, do what's right. You should be able to develop a logic inside of your head that tells you what's right or wrong.
They never
Don't be
told
s-
you no?
Don't be stupid. Like, you should know.
I was told yes and no all the time.
Dude, I was told bitch no. What the fuck you talking about, you dumb motherfucker?
No, it's because I was a very quiet, observant kid. Like, I just wanted to know the ins and outs, the right and wrong, and if I wanted to be good at something, I wanted to know how to be good at it or better than other people at what I
Joe,
was doing.
Did you guys
I
get spankings?
Oh, yeah.
I think I did once. Once is all it really took.
Oh, Caleb's like 6. He's like, all right, I've learned my lesson.
I got whipped with a belt once, and that was all it took.
No, I still remember the day I was being a disobedient child, I would say. And my dad pulled out the leather belt and got me good, probably like 3 or 4 times. And then they were like, you just need to be a more obedient child and this won't happen. I was like, yep, all right, fine with me. But I wasn't like a slave. It was simple shit, you know what I mean?
It's a very
Yeah,
black
I
and
don't
white
know.
interaction. don't
Yeah,
think I
my
even-
my parents told me do better too, but I didn't always do better.
Yeah, I'd be like, bitch, what are you talking about? I do what I
Yeah.
want. And then I get another spanking.
Like, sure, I broke this window. Does that mean I'm gonna get whipped? Yup.
Mine, the biggest one was acting out in public in front of others.
Oh,
That was all.
I just didn't do that.
yeah.
Well, I eventually didn't do that. Obviously, I mean, I learned eventually. I'm not an idiot. I was like, oh, if I do this, I get a spanking.
Like,
All
I
right.
I can't talk to, like, before my memories, but to my memory, I don't remember, like, acting out in public. I'm way too introverted for that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember at a young age thinking of how embarrassing it was for me to like do something in front of other people.
Yeah.
And if it was embarrassing, as a kid, I was like, this is embarrassing. I don't want to.
Like, Matt
I
would
don't
act
wanna
up in
be like
public a little
this.
bit, and I would be embarrassed. Like, oh, please, God, no.
I remember. It was. I think this was preschool. It had to be preschool because I'm remembering. Like, anyway, so we would all get dropped off by our parents in the morning before preschool. And I remember one day, like, this kid was crying because his mom left him for preschool. He was like crying that his mom was gone, and I remember thinking like, oh, that's kind of embarrassing, or maybe not that detailed of thought because I was in preschool, but I was like
Like, what's
thinking
up
like,
with
oh,
him?
this is something's weird. Like that guy's not normal. This is kind of weird. It's embarrassing,
Mhm.
And then like the next week, I started crying because my mom left. I did the same thing the kid did. Oh man, because I remember having that thought like, oh, this is what that kid did last time, and I'm doing it now.
Why am I doing this?
Oh,
no.
man, those are my earliest memories. I remember that, and my mom going over how to spell blue in the car with me because I had a spelling test or some shit.
That's awesome.
I remember 2nd grade going over how to spell stuff, and the only word that I can remember was how to spell island, and I was so proud that I knew how to spell island.
It's like one of the harder words. You're getting like some easy ones.
I
wrong.
probably was getting some easy ones wrong. I
Yeah.
definitely was, because that's why I got tested for like dyslexia and dysgraphia and all that.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, you didn't test positive, right? They're just like your kid's
I have
an idiot.
dysgraphia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm dysgraphic. Can't spell, handwriting shit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
when I ask you all the time, Gavin, how do you spell this? You're like, this dumb motherfucker can't spell. Like, because
I'm just used to that.
I
My dad
couldn't
does that a lot.
spell it for most of my life. I'm pretty sure I can spell it now. I'm not going to, but
I feel like we've gone over this 3 or 4 times though. It's never when Jake is here too. I
You've
feel
never
like
gone over
being
Jake's
dysgraphic?
disabilities with.
no, yeah. Well,
Jake
we've
here?
always said you were dyslexic. If-
Dysgraphic.
Yeah, I'm saying we've always said that you were
Oh,
dyslexic.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell people like I'm dysgraphic, and they're like, you mean dyslexic? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you idiot, you fool.
I would just say,
You
sure, man.
fool.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Whatever gets you going. I think my dad has something like this because he had a similar situation where he got tested and he had to do special classes and he still can't spell.
Maybe he's dysgraphic too. Does he have terrible handwriting? It's got like different
No,
forms.
he's actually got all right handwriting.
So like a person I know up here, he is dysgraphic as well, but it's like a completely different kind of dysgraphia. Like we share no similarities. I don't know.
Wow. I'm looking at this person's
Yeah.
text. I guess he's dyslexic and dysgraphic, but it's hard to read. This
It
stuff.
feels like it'd be hard to decipher if a kid was dysgraphic or he's just bad at spelling.
It says, because I am
Affected
dyslexic. Oh, affected
with
severe dysgraphia, which, as you may have surmised, in no way affects my intellect. I will die. I will die never having been allowed to write and understand love letters to my wife.
And that guy's like 30 and he's suicidal. He's like, this is my final.
That's not what that's saying at all.
This is the note. This is the note they find. This is the note they find after. And they're like, we don't understand how he did it. And they try to read the note.
Because I am affected with severe dysgraphia, which, as you may have
man.
surmised, in no way affects my intellect.
Surmised, man. That's a big word. This guy.
It doesn't
guy's
have to do
old.
with your vocabulary. It's just how you spell things.
I
No,
will
I'm
die never
Yeah.
having been. Is that supposed never? Oh my god, I can't read this. Die never
What?
having been
I will
allowed to
die.
write.
I will die never having been. It's probably able to write and understand a love letter from my wife or to my wife.
Dude, that's rough.
Oh no!
Maybe it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
The Chronicles of
deep.
Disgraphia.
Oh man. Man, I did not know that though. I did.
Oh yeah, no, like without spell check, I'm really bad off.
Mm.
Yeah. Or like during tax tests or whatever when you'd have to write. Oh no, is it the SAT? There was a written portion.
Yeah.
Like I remember writing that, and I would have to like erase words because I couldn't spell it and figure out a different word that was like smaller or easier to spell, but that would convey the same point.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like I had to do that stuff a lot.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Or like on my phone, if spell check can't get it, I'll have to verbally say it.
I'm 24 years old and I still don't know what's wrong with me.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, that was supposed to be a joke. I don't know. Nothing.
Ugh.
I probably have some form of ADHD.
Sarah thinks I have ADHD. I'm not
dad
convinced.
I know for a fact I don't have Asperger's, but I feel like I'm one wrong step in that direction.
Autistic?
Autistic. I'm definitely not autistic.
That's what Asperger's is. It's a form of autism.
But yeah, well, there's many different Asperger's, is there not?
No, there's many different. Well, I don't know, but there's many different forms of autism. Asperger's being one of them. And with that, I'm sure there's levels to Asperger's. What a terrible name.
Guy.
What?
Probably the guy who
Probably.
discovered it or coined it.
Probably, but
That's what most meta things are.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Asperger's. I know one person that had it. We grew up with them,
Jared Harris.
not for very long.
Oh, he had it.
There's Cameron, not the Cameron we know, the other one.
Oh.
He had, I don't know if y'all remember him. He had glasses, skinnier, taller. He went to church for a little bit, but he had,
Did he have a brother that we knew?
yeah, he had
I can-
way too much anxiety, so he couldn't even go to church.
I remember
Like he would melt down.
vaguely.
I don't know who that is.
because his Asperger's was pretty bad.
Yeah,
What was his
picture of
brother's
him.
name?
I don't remember. Cameron and
Man, I vaguely like just edge of
someone.
my mind. There's a guy, two guys.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't know.
remember.
Well, I don't have any disabilities, so
Mm, good for
Pretty,
you. Fucking
pretty-
doctor.
pretty pretty nice, pretty nice. I like
Mm.
it. I'm very fortunate. Although I'll definitely be dead before both of you. So
We'll
what
see.
a trade! What
We'll
a trade!
see. It's a competition, I see. You know what I did this weekend?
What?
I watched season 1 and 2 of The Witcher.
That's a good show.
It was okay.
Okay. We don't have a love for the game like I think.
That's true. So
I
like,
do.
especially at the beginning, I like didn't understand a lot of stuff. Especially
Yeah,
like
season
when they're
one's-
swapping through timelines.
Yeah.
I was like, and there's no warning about it. You're like, wait, what? How? Why?
Oh yeah, that was really confusing on my end too.
Yeah.
Season 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it got better, and it's definitely like watchable because I watched it all in a weekend. So
Like the last 4 episodes of the season, you're like, oh.
season
See,
1, yeah.
I'm probably giving it more of a leeway. It's set up where this is a prequel to the game. To
Oh,
the
really?
games. Yeah, this all happens before the games.
Mhm.
Like in the game, you can see he's scrolling through it. In the games, he's a much older man. Siri is an adult. All this
Mhm.
shit's already happened. Like you finished season 2, right?
Yeah.
So the reveal when her Siri's dad was the Nilfgaardian king,
Mhm.
like I already knew that because that's like part of the plot. Anyway, I say all this is I'm probably giving it more of a leeway because it's fulfilling my like the picture I have in my mind of what happens before the games,
Mhm.
because they reference it in the games, but it's never directly shown.
Mm.
And now it's just so I'm probably giving it more than it's actually due. Because I agree, the first season was
And like
using the way they did it.
the first season, specifically the first half of the first season, like felt corny. Like some of the humor felt really forced and stuff like that, and I hate that, like that forced humor aspect.
I do too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I feel like they do that in like a lot of the Avengers movies. I don't know about the TV shows, but the Avengers movies, they have a lot of that kind of forced humor. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'd rather take this seriously.
The whole thing with Captain America swearing.
Yeah,
That was
I
the
guess.
first
I
thing
don't-
that came through my head.
I don't know. I just. I also hate what they did with the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
how he
Hulk
went
nev-
soft.
He's just
He
like
never had a
little-
good moment to
He's
Hulk.
a little bitch, and like in the comic books, he's insanely powerful. Like there are like no limits to his power. Like there's one comic book episode where he stomps the ground and destroys the earth because he's so angry. But no,
That's awesome.
I don't know. And then you see that, and I didn't even read the comics, but then you see that in the movies, and you're like, well, it's not the same thing.
I've read a few different variations. The Hulk.
Yeah.
You've seen the one where it's his tribe and his daughter, and then they take Wolverine's kid. So Wolverine has
What?
to go through all of the tribe people, like Girl Hulk, Red Hulk, all the Hulks, and eventually he gets to Hulk, and then Hulk eats him, and then Wolverine comes out from
claws
the
his way
inside
out.
of Hulk. Yeah,
That's like that's a weird timeline. It's kind of a cool timeline. I can't remember what that one's called. It's like all apocalyptic and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that was
the
like
Hulk
one of the
actually
first
dies
ones.
in that one.
It was like one of the first ones I ever read.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like,
oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Actually, the Hulk came about in a Wolverine comic. Like originally, he was a villain for the Wolverine, I believe.
Oh, I was about to say Hulk was his own thing, was it not?
I don't think so, and I think he was gray originally too, if I remember right.
I didn't know you guys were.
Hulk had his own
I'm not
his own TV shows. He had like 3 movies, if I remember.
Yeah, I'm not super into comics. I went through like a phase where I was watching a lot of YouTube videos about comic books
Yeah.
explained.
This is. So I don't know what that one is.
So
This
I
is
know
the one
like
I
a
was
lot
thinking
of knowledge
of.
about it.
He existed before the movies,
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
like
they
I
all
said, he was in a. I'm pretty sure he was in a Wolverine comic first.
Hmm.
And then he became his own thing. It could be vice versa, but it's
I
something
wouldn't doubt
like
it.
that.
Would not be beyond me.
Something like
Oh man, if you're big into Star Wars, I saw something that just blew my mind today about Star Wars. Someone went back. I can't remember which Star Wars episode it is. Which one is the one where Ben Kenobi is on the spaceship and he's seeing Darth Vader for the last time, and Darth Vader says, "Old man."
where he kills him.
Yeah, he's like, "You're not as powerful as me," and Ben Kenobi's like, "If you strike me down, I will be more powerful than you
Was that Return
could
of
ever
the
imagine."
Jedi?
It was Return of the Jedi.
No,
So,
A New Hope.
Yeah.
oh, A New Hope. Wait, was it?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gavin should know.
Someone redid the whole fight because you know how it's super simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just clash swords a few times until Luke shows up, and then Kenobi sees Luke, and he's like, "All right, time to go to the Force."
Well, that was the 70s, you know? They didn't have
Yeah.
much.
Well, someone reimagined it, and it looks super legit. Like the whole fight scene and everything, it still ends the same way, which makes it so cool.
I felt like Obi-Wan's whole thing was to get killed, though. Like he was like, "All right,
That was the thing.
I'm going to ascend in this moment."
He was just stalling, and then he was gonna ascend.
I don't know.
No,
You can't wait. No, you can't show the video.
I can't show the video.
No.
We'll get copyrighted or
Yeah.
something. Oh, okay.
I know what he's talking about. They didn't redo. They just updated it basically and spliced in new scenes. Because I've seen what he's talking about. They just made the effects and the dialogue more fleshed out and updated. So they didn't change the core of the scene. It's still it ends up happening the same way. They just basically did some updates.
Very cool.
But there was different like fight scenes and everything in it.
Yeah, they added new scenes to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Super cool.
It makes me sad that what we got from Disney was not as cool as that, 8-minute clip.
Yeah,
crazy how-
Disney definitely sucks for that. And speaking of things that suck, being tired tomorrow is gonna suck. So I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, I've gotta work tomorrow.
It's a holiday.
No, it's
President's
not.
Day. It's President's Day tomorrow, right?
I don't
Yeah, I
get
don't
that
suck.
kind of shit off.
I still
All
have
right.
to go to work, but
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
All right.
this has been episode 7?
Woo, 7.
I don't even know, man.
I think
Been
7 of the Neanderthals podcast. Thank
Wow.
you. Have a great day,
really
and
knows.
tune in next time.
All right. Good night.
Goodbye.